Welcome to Odd Musings with, what's the name?
Scott and Brett.
You heard him.
All right.
I'm D. Snyder.
All right, welcome to Odd Musings 176. We're going to bring our good friend Sean Forney on to talk some Kickstarter, catch up with his as well as ours. Scott, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Hopefully our internet's all working good this week. I think last week it was StreamYard more than us, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it was. We survived it though, right?
Yeah, the weekly internet rage of kids trying to do math online. Of course, more kids are going back to classes, so it might help us a little bit.
Right.
Internet thanks, but we got a busy day today, so I'm going to get started and start off with our great sponsor, Loringer Family Chiropractic Center, PC, located in Belleville, Michigan, and Dexter, Michigan. At Loringer Family Chiropractic Center, they offer take great pride in providing the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Getting tongue-tied today. They offer on-site digital X-rays, massage therapy, massage therapy. I can't speak today. Orthotics by foot levelers, young living essential oils, aromatherapy, full line of vibes, all in a family-oriented environment. You can give them a call to our Belleville location, 734-697-4244. I got adjusted yesterday by Dr. Corinne. That is in the little picture there. You can see Dr. Anna and Dr. Brian, their daughter, Corinne, who is also a chiropractor. That's there right there. See, and you can see some of the stuff they offer here on their Facebook page, including essential oils, herbal supplements, digital X-rays, and that. And Dr. Corinne's great. She graduated a few years ago. She's adjusted me a few times over the years and does a great job. But definitely, I recommend chiropractic care for all your ailments. It really does help out in keeping you healthy in that. And then we also have another great sponsor in
Team Titans of Real Estate. Why? Because you matter. Team Titans Real Estate, we utilize all the latest in technology and marketing and social media and all those fun things to maximize the sale and purchase of your home. However, we never forget that real estate is still a people's business at its core, and relationships are always our number one priority. I had a great time last night catching up. Jill and I went and saw one of the pleasures of being a realtor is we really do have relationships with our clients, and they keep in touch with us, follow up with us. And we love going back and seeing their home after they've moved in. And because we saw how the house looked with the previous owners, decorations and colors and furniture, but now we get to see it with our clients all moved in. And this client, Brett, Doug and Rachel Boggs. So I got to go to their house last night, see it. They actually bought it 2 years ago, but just between COVID and life and everything else, we just haven't had time to get together. So it was fun seeing them last night and seeing what they did with their house. It's wonderful. And then off air, Brett and I need to talk to you after. There's some potential opportunities with Rachel because as we know, and a lot of you listeners know, she's an amazing artist as well. So looking forward to seeing what could come out of this. So anyways, Team Titans Real Estate, go to our website, teamtitansrealestate.com. Follow us on Facebook, Team Titans RE, or give us a call, 586-549-6096.
Fantastic. Well, let's get Sean in here because we're going to have a lot of fun today hanging out with our good pal Sean. And we got to hang out on their podcast. Him and Rodney Fike do a couple nights of drawing. What is it? Thursday nights? Thursdays. What do you do Thursdays, Sean?
Thursday night throwdown and then Friday night draw.
That's right. Yeah. So we joined in, got to catch the tail end of them drawing monster serial characters. I thought that was cool.
That was fun.
Yeah, we are doing our month of Halloween and horror related sketches.
Yeah, this week you guys doing a poll, isn't it, for either Freddie or Jason?
Well, Freddie and Jason are Thursday night, and then Friday night we are doing our choice of Dracula. So our favorite, movie or comic or whatever version of Dracula. Okay. I'm pretty partial to Monster Squad, so I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going with.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, and then we got the Kickstarter kind of popped up real quick. We'll pop it back up. This is kind of tying into that. Sean has always done your Scarlet Huntress, And then now you're getting into Scarlet's Field Guide to Cryptids and Creatures. And of course, that kind of fits a little bit into the horror theme going on this month here.
Yep.
And it was funded in only 8 hours.
Yeah, that blew our minds. We didn't anticipate that. The last one took I think I want to say a day and a half, maybe 2 days, something like that to fund. And yeah, this thing funded overnight. A buddy of ours, threw out an email to us and was like, "Yeah, you guys funded at like 4:11 in the morning." Somehow he caught that before the rest of us.
Oh, what's nice is you got cryptids in here, and the cryptids by themselves have quite the fan base.
Yes.
So I think that was a great move to include her field guide of the various creatures that you have.
Yeah, it was something. So I've got the original edition that we did back in 2011 here. So artist Josh Myers and I came up with the idea.
Here, pull that back up again, Sean.
Here's the original one. I can bring it close to the camera. So Josh Metters, who did the Yeti on the 2011 edition, he and I came up with the idea sometime around like 2010. We were sitting around sketching and whatnot, and I was getting prepped to go out to San Diego Comic-Con, and I needed something new to do with the Scarlet Hunter stuff, and I knew I couldn't do a full issue by the time we got out there. And I don't remember exactly what it was that brought us to the idea of doing this book. We did it. We got a bunch of friends to contribute artwork. Steph wrote a bunch of prose stories. And we put the thing together, back before we had access to crowdfunding and all this stuff. So I think it ended up 33 pages somehow. It's black and white, so we didn't end up getting to do all the fun, crazy stuff we wanted to do back then. And we kept it like a really low print run. I think over the last, 8-9 years, whatever it's been since we printed this thing, we've maybe printed and sold about 100 of them. So it's like never really got any real traction out of it. So we decided we were going to redo it to, relaunch it, go the full route we wanted to. We're almost doubling the book, going full color. And we're probably going to be more than double at this point because so many friends have contributed so many great pieces of artwork that we're probably going to shoot way past the 64 pages that we planned for. And then, like I said, we're getting to do all the stuff that we didn't get to do the first go around, but it also ties into a lot of the stories we've done more recently with the Tales Through Time book and the Scarlet Huntress Adventures, which the Scarlet Huntress Adventures books actually had gremlins in it. So we're getting to, we discovered them in that story, but the Cryptids field guide, you get to learn a little bit more of their backstory, what she's learned about them.
Nice.
That's
if you get
cool,
many more pages, you'll have to make it the Scarlet's Encyclopedia of Cryptids.
Well, hopefully we'll have enough stuff that down the road we can do another edition and do that whole encyclopedia idea as we discover more stuff, build on it, keep putting out something that's, expands her universe.
Yeah. Love it.
That's cool. And you mentioned Josh Metters. I saw that. I think it's awesome you were able to include him into the book and all that stuff.
I mean, he did that piece, literally he had started sketching it in a sketchbook and he went into the hospital for pneumonia that summer. And he was literally complaining in the hospital bed that he couldn't have finished the sketch more before we were ready to go to print. And so he was sitting there and finishing up the sketch in the hospital before, they were giving him clear to go home so that we could use it for the book. And it was just, we got Charlotte's blessing, his wife. She's letting us, use the artwork in the new edition, and she's totally behind it. So it's cool that we get to utilize that and keep his memory going.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've got a couple originals of his. One I've got him. And when I get ready to publish issue 5 of Scabs, I want to put that as a cover. So I'll be getting a hold of Charlotte just to make sure she's cool with that. She was before. I just want to continue to make sure it's still good because Josh, someone I definitely want to honor in everything we do because his work's phenomenal. And I'm sure he always talks about, I got to finish more, but I've seen him do drunken sketches over the years where they were better than anything most people can do sober.
Oh yeah.
I still got a Moon Knight somewhere he did in 5 minutes. That was fantastic. And that was when he was up for getting Moon Knight at Marvel. So.
Oh yeah.
So if you remember that. So that's cool. So who else? Yeah, we got, we mentioned off air, Jesse Noble, the world-renowned artist, writer, Jesse Noble. most of us know him as the promoter for Gem City Comic Con.
Yes.
Is also a part of the book, and I think that's awesome. So, and then who else do we got involved?
Oh, geez. So there's not counting myself and Steph, there are 14 other artists. And I will try to rattle off everybody, and I'm sure I'm going to forget names. So
we'll see. What we
come at me later.
Yeah. There's a graphic also in his Kickstarter there.
Okay.
You guys want to help me out?
Yeah.
Scroll down to the.
Well, first of all, there's the lovely and talented Steph Forney there.
Yes.
So
she wrote the majority of the stories, but Rodney Fike and Brian Borgman are going to come in and write some stories. A newbie to our group of friends, Andre Ausch, who hopefully I'm pronouncing his last name there. He's joined us a bunch on Thursday Night Throwdown and Friday Night Draw, as well as just hanging out with us online. So he's the noob to the group, but he fits right in. He came to us via Jalen Warner, who got him all introduced, and he joined us on one of the sketch off nights. And he's sitting there drawing, and Warner brought up something about not using reference, and Andre was the first one to pipe up and go, "It shows." And we all lost it. So it's like, yep, he fits in perfectly.
You are now part of the tribe.
Yeah, exactly. So he's there. Ayla Borgman, which is Brian Borgman's daughter. It's I'm gonna assume her first published piece in the book. But she was awesome enough to do a drawing of a fairy for us. We got Adam Fields that joined in with a piece. He did a Chupacabra. We got Jay Fife, who is just dude's cranking out a bunch of pieces for us, and it's got one of my favorites here, the Beast of Busco, the giant turtle from the first one. That's making a reappearance. Plus, he's got several new pieces. Rodney Fike is going to be drawing a few things, and we're close to unlocking the stretch goal for his artwork on a coaster.
Oh, cool.
I think $127 was my math. I think that's what we got to get to.
Let's see here. Yep. $127. We're almost there.
Yep. So keep telling your friends. Let's see. We can sneak back down to the list. More folks. Doug Hufford, another Columbus area artist. Andy Shaggy Cordy. Nate Lovett. We already mentioned Josh Metters in there. Jesse Noble, the failed musician turned comic show promoter. Josh Peters.
And one-time artist.
One-time artist. Klein Siegenthaler. Jamie Snell, who is just tremendous. He cranked out like 8 pieces for us for this thing.
And Jamie's I know Jamie, and God, he's always doing cryptids and stuff like that on his regular, I got to loosen up sketch, and here's this highly detailed cryptid for you.
Yeah, I don't know how well this is showing up, but this is one of the stickers that they'll eventually get unlocked if we get that far. But yeah, he cranked out like 8 pieces for us. And then Jalen Warner, who did a couple pieces in the original book that are going to make an appearance, and then has since done probably about 4 or 5 more that are going to be in here. And then there's a little, mishmash of, everybody's work in some way, shape, or form.
So what's fun about doing these kind of books too is no matter what style of art you love, it's going to be in here because you get such a broad range of talent and skills and styles and just everything. And so whatever you like, there's going to be something in here you like. And it's a good way to find new artists that you might not know. So another great reason to support this book.
Yeah, we've got everything from the, extremely highly detailed, photorealistic stuff of Jay Fife all the way to the super cartoony look of Nate Lovett and Josh Peters. Right. So there's, like you said, there's something for everybody in here. All sorts of fun little stories. For
those who don't know, what is a cryptid?
So the basic gist of it is, some sort of animal creature that science does not recognize as being basically 100% real. There's tons of evidence out there that suggests it exists.
Yeah, there tends to be a lot of urban legends or regional mythologies attached to this creature, and they can be very regional too. So some places it's a local thing, whereas others are world renowned, like Bigfoot.
Yeah. And I've come to find out there are so many variations on Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, all this stuff. It's like every region seems to have a few. Like Ohio itself's got like 3 or 4.
Right.
And so it's like we're covering not just like all across the US, but we've got some stuff where Scarlet's going overseas and finding some other creatures. So it again, it's like this little mix of everything. There's something in there for like each and every person, I feel like, anyway. Of she's traipsing all around. I would like to eventually get to the point. I'd love to do it. Andy Cordy mentioned this when we went live with the launch night, but I would love to do a stretch goal where it's a map of everywhere Scarlet's been and like everything, kind of pinpointed out of, I met the Mothman here, I met Bigfoot here, all this kind of stuff. So we'll see how this thing progresses and see if we can get there and get that added in. I'm hoping that's something that we get to do eventually.
Do you have a personal favorite cryptid?
Well, I think I gotta, lean towards the werewolf since, the book deals with mostly werewolves. But I don't know. I've
or any surprises where you're like, oh my, I never heard of this one.
I found quite a few of those, especially in Ohio. I found like a handful that I'd never even heard of that were, supposed to exist in Ohio itself. And then also, like I would say my next, favorite would probably be like Bigfoot, because I've always been fascinated with that since I was a kid, watching all the specials on TV of like, finding Bigfoot, I found these hairs on this tree, all that kind of stuff. I love watching that kind of stuff. And
we now know from the Progressive commercials, his name is Daryl.
Yes. So I'm going to continue the hunt for Daryl and, see if we can, keep some stuff going in the book here so we know where he's at and what he's doing.
Oh, he's hanging out with the $6 Million Man. That was that episode.
Oh,
yes.
That was a great episode too.
And he's eating everybody's jerky.
Yes. Yeah, don't mess with Sasquatch.
Yeah, he's washing it all down with a nice Mountain Dew and just chilling.
So yeah, cool. So we got I got up here where you can see like some of the book packages here. What I love is that you have included, besides the field guide, for those that don't have the current series of books, the 4 books for for $40 now, because the early bird is over with, you can get 5 books. That's a great deal right there. And I've got them all. They're fantastic reads. They've always been fun. It's you could try to base it down and say it's Red Riding Hood, but it's not. This is more than just a Red Riding Hood take. There's so much depth story you guys have got going on. Mm-hmm. I love introducing more of the cryptids into this and seeing her kind of travel around. So you guys are really, like you said, expanding her universe even more, which I think is fantastic.
Here's the Sasquatch from Bionic Man, if you share my screen real quick. And it's Andre the Giant that played the role.
I forgot that.
Yeah, it's Andre.
I didn't know that was him.
Yep, that was Andre the Giant back in the day.
I'll be darned.
Yep. And that was it's probably right after he came over here. There was wrestling for a few years at that point, but wasn't known per se because it was in the mid 70s. So
yeah,
good
old Andre.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah. So then you've got like the mermaid pack, so people can get full color prints with your stuff here, which is great.
And all the pieces that aren't finalized, we're trying to add them each day as I get them finished up. Because not just myself, but like Rodney Fike, he's working on painting his piece. So it's like 80% of the book is done, ready to go, but there's like a handful, like the prints and stuff, that just as we kept closing in on wanting to get this thing launched, there's only so many hours in a day. So we are slowly but surely getting everything wrapped up.
Yeah, and this is a great one for you. For those that want some original art here, you got the for $50, you can get the book and a random sketch. I mean, the sketch alone is worth $50. Come on.
Yeah, it was. Steph came up with this idea. Like, I don't know if you guys usually participate, but there's Inktober, Drawloween, Sketchtober. Rattle off all the various different names. So when I do my morning warm up sketch, we decided we would keep it based around the cryptids to not only promote the book, but also give people a chance of. You get one of these random sketches inserted with the package. And, if you watch me, do the live streams, you get to, see the thing come to life. So whoever ends up getting it, they can always go back and, find the YouTube file of, hey, I can watch this thing come to life.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. And then this is, of course, the Jamie Snell print package.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. So this is now, are all these going to be in the book then?
Yes, all those will be in the book, and they'll be available as a 6x9 prints. And I know we haven't scrolled down to the stretch goals there yet, but we do intend to have them as stickers as well.
Okay.
I think we've got a set of 3 that'll be available, 3 or 4. I can't recall which. It's one of the last stretch goals on the list.
And then this one here has an original ink sketch field guide plus a small original color sketch. And look, there's one gone, so not all. There's still 3 left, and these are by you, Sean. So that's awesome. And you're gonna color all those. So we got like a lot of cool original artwork on. I talked on our other show when I went and saw the Marvel exhibit. The thing that always impressed me at that Marvel exhibit here at the Henry Ford is the amount of original pages and artwork they had. And I don't think people really take original artwork as serious as they used to, and they really should, because this is the best way to get something unique, especially during a Kickstarter, because you're not going to be able to just show up at the show and get this for this price, especially.
Right. We're trying to give everybody, more bang for their buck, and that's why we're working towards all those stretch goals. It's like you not only get the book and you get us to sign it and all that goofy stuff, but right now we've unlocked 3 of the stretch goals where you're getting an assortment of stickers so far, and we've got, as you'll see here, like we've got all sorts of other stuff we want to add in there: coaster, charms, bookmarks, more stickers. And if we should exceed that $7,000 goal, maybe I'll get my wish and we will have this map that I want to do.
That'd be great. I think that'd be a cool thing to put up on the wall is the map. I love stuff like that. That'd be really, really cool to have that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
like has a map. Lord of the Rings has a map. You needed a map.
Yeah. And like I said, as we see already, you've got 2 of the holographic stickers are already unlocked. And again, we're only $127 from the Rodney Fight coaster. I mean, how cool is it to put your bear on a Skinwalker coaster? Come on, guys.
Exactly.
I like the Bigfoot charm though. I think that's pretty cool. So hopefully we hit that.
Yeah. We've test run some of these things through our good friends at Sticker Mule. So it's like we've got other stuff planned too. We've got some other charms that we've played around with. So, if these things keep going very well, we'll unlock more of this stuff as we go.
Yeah. And then you're doing just like we are with the Wretched Realms add-ons. So this is kind of a neat thing. So let's talk a little bit about these add-ons. What you got going on here?
So like I don't know about you guys, but I'm assuming you're going to have the same feeling. I am absolutely loving add-ons. This makes our life so much easier.
Yeah.
It used to be a pain to add on stuff to the Kickstarter. So not only can you add just another version of, or another copy of the field guide book that's part, the main part of the Kickstarter, you can add all the previous stuff. So we have all the previous regular issues, and then we did an assortment of variant covers for Scarlet Huntress Adventures for our last Kickstarter. So we've got 2 variations of each of Daryl Banks's cover, Marat Michaels, and Carla Wasgalia. I butchered her last name. I know I did. But they did some fantastic variant covers for the last issue. They're all limited edition. So we've made those available, what we have left in our stock. We did the button set last year for San Diego Comic-Con, so we have some of those left. Some stickers, some trading cards. The variant poster that I did for San Diego Comic-Con last year, we had some of those left, and the metal trading card. So you can add on any of those. So if you back at any level and want to add on one of these books, one of these stickers, what have you, there's a little checkbox that you check, and it just adds it right into your rewards, which is genius.
Right.
And then we also added the capability to get remark sketches on the books. I think we made 15 of those available. So the lucky few folks that want to add those on, that is available in the add-on section. Again, I'm loving the whole thing of how they made that available. It's very, very simple.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, like when I first started Kickstarter, you'd get, well, I want this package, but can you add this? And then you're making these custom rewards. And the next thing you know, you have like 30 different reward options. Like, I didn't want this. It's too confusing now. Now with add-ons, so simple.
Yeah. It's genius. I'm glad they finally added it. And I know it's like in the beta test, but so far it's beautiful. We're
home run so far.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's a great feature, and definitely looking to see how well that works out for all of us, because I think it's going to be a big game changer.
Oh yeah.
on that. So yeah, here we go. Sean Dean says he's can't wait for the map to be unlocked.
Well, hopefully it can happen. There's quite a few things for us to get through before the map, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and then Kevin Miner's also a big part of Bardstone with us, and the add-on's definitely something that we've all talked about extensively on having on the Kickstarter, which makes it a lot easier.
I don't think that was Kevin. I think that's a fake Kevin, because if that was Kevin, he would have said they are effing awesome.
Maybe that'll be his next comment.
He's trying to probably be good because he's back in work mode now. He just got back and to work today, so I'm sure he's trying not to cuss as much.
There you go.
I'm sure his F-bombs were dropped like crazy last weekend.
Last night,
he made them rain. Yeah,
I'm excited to see my cover for Kevin's next book.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think we teased that before, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. That's gonna be awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to that because it's kind of cool that we got Sean involved with the next Poe. I've got a story in there. Scott, you're doing probably a cover for that, right?
I don't know. So if Kevin asks, I'm available.
Okay, I mean, we haven't all talked about, and it's really cool. That, that's one thing we loved about Bardstone with us, and then also everybody we know, I had people like Sean in and stuff like that, and that's what Sean's doing with this field guide, though, is bringing all your pals together to put together something really cool. And I keep talking about these Kickstarters right now are Comic-Cons, and everybody should keep going from table to table to table, and visit, and so go to Kickstarter and you can find Sean Forney on there. Here we go. We got Kevin.
Okay, there's the real
Kevin. We had to kick that other guy out of the room.
That's like when Thor was trying to figure out the password and it ended up being Point Break. That's how we know when it's Kevin. That's his password.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, so these Kickstarters have become a great way for the Comic-Con people to really come in and stuff and keep going from table to table to table as we're doing these more Kickstarters. Because it's like if you look at the list for Sean, majority of them we see fairly regular at one Comic-Con or another throughout the year. I haven't seen anybody this year, of course, but that's the way this year went. But it's like, you mentioned people like Jamie Snow. I'd see him once in a while at a couple of the shows, and Nate Lovett, which I love Nate's work. I was looking forward to actually picking up his was it Citizen Kane? I think it is
Carter Kane.
Carter Kane, yeah. And he's got another issue of that coming out, and then some people may not know who he is, but he does a lot of the artwork for the books for the Paw Patrol and stuff like that. So he's got a lot of stuff going on there. And then Jalen Warner doesn't get out nearly enough to the Comic-Cons. And but
too much. No, just kidding.
So, but then there's because get his Mighty Moose stuff like that. We got to get him doing something on Kickstarter.
Right. Yes, we do. I'm glad you brought that up. I keep busting his chops on that one, and I know you guys do too. So. And I'm sure he's probably not up early enough to be listening to us. We need to bombard him with the hey, you should run a Kickstarter, because I mean he's got 15, 16 issues of material ready to go. It's like,
well, he's got 2 trades out already, collecting his issues, and so he's ready for another trade.
Yep.
And at that point, I would say it'd be a cool Kickstarter. That's what I plan on doing mine anyways, is doing a trade and then offering the issues as either an add-on or as a separate reward. So, I think it'd be great. And then he could do the different covers and stuff like that. And as well as prints and of, all the pals that want to do stuff with him. So here we go. This is an interesting question. Has anyone done both Kickstarter and Indiegogo at once, or is that a mistake to do that I've seen some people do it?
I've only done Kickstarters myself. I have not done Indiegogo. Our friend Dominic Reggio, who their Kilted Avenger, Roddy Piper, licensed Roddy Piper book that just came out. He tends to use Indiegogo. He loves Indiegogo. I don't know. Have you ever done that, Sean? I've never used Indiegogo.
I have not used Indiegogo. My experience with it's pretty limited, but Rodney and Tina were here over the weekend, and we had some pretty good discussions about it. Because we were packing up the Roadkill Rampage Kickstarter to go out. And Indiegogo is not like, as far as like our side of the table, if you will, for setting it up and, getting it running, is not as user friendly. From what Tina was explaining, like you basically got to know how to, in a sense, kind of like code all the stuff to put up like all the fancy graphics and whatnot. and that just seems like too much work in my opinion. So we have not ventured in that route. I don't know anybody that's run them simultaneously, but I do know guys like Billy Tucci have been very successful at run a Kickstarter, wrap it up, and then head over and run an Indiegogo. They've both got their own methodology. They've got their own fan base.
And with Indiegogo, you don't have to hit a minimum funding goal like Kickstarter. I was actually speaking about this with another artist myself about that. Like, is there a strategy where maybe you do a release on Kickstarter and then a couple months later you do a re-release in Indiegogo and stuff? But I'm just focused on getting the next issue out. So I don't want to manage a whole nother campaign. So
I think it's to manage both of them at the same time would just be brutal.
I wouldn't want to do that. I think I like the idea if you're going to use both is kind of like what Tucci did. It's you do one and then the other. Yep. And I would definitely do Kickstarter first. But the thing with that is like if you turn around and do an Indiegogo and people have fund the Kickstarter, and then also in Indiegogo you don't have a minimum to meet, so you know it's going to come out either way. I mean, it's a benefit to catch people that had missed the Kickstarter, I guess. Yeah. But at the same time, do you really want to run two campaigns?
Well, and for me, with the add-on feature, why would I want to run? Oh, this is actually what Kevin's saying right here. Yeah. With the add-on feature, I don't need another outlet for my books. I just need another Kickstarter. So I guess if I didn't have another Kickstarter in the pipeline, Indiegogo might make sense. Like 3 months from now, do another Indiegogo just to get old issues up. Maybe, I don't know. But
I think the only thing I think Indiegogo would be like if you said, okay, I'm putting this book out regardless. I don't necessarily need a minimum to get it out. I'm self-publishing it, print on demand, and I just want to do pre-orders that way. It'd be a great pre-order way to go. Yeah. So you don't have to worry about hitting a minimum.
Yeah.
And you're already going to invest your own money getting it out. So
from what I'm familiar with, at least what I see from the outside, I think that's what Tucci's been kind of doing. Like he keeps his ongoing. It's basically like a pre-order service of like, you want the latest She book, you go to Indiegogo, you pay for it, they, get you taken care of. And it keeps rolling over. It's not like, the campaign ends and then we start at zero. It's just, it keeps adding on to it. So like Kevin said, if they're going to keep the add-ons going, and if I know I'm doing another Kickstarter down the road, in addition to having online sales, convention sales and all that, if I've got, something like that where I can be like, hey, pick up my, previous issue on the next Kickstarter if you didn't get the last one. I mean, that's so much easier to me.
Yeah, and that's what Scott did with Wretched Realms is the option to get the Crimson Shadows, the Poe book with Kevin's blessing on that. And I think that's the best way to do it because, you missed the last one. Here's what we got left. You can definitely take a part of it. And same thing with you did. You offered all your Scarlet Huntress available, and people don't have to worry about trying to find you the show and things like that. They can get them online and get them right now. So,
yeah, and that's the great thing with the add-on thing is you can limit your stock. You can say, I only have 10 of these left, 5 of these left, what have you. Mm-hmm. And everything's being kept track of, and
you can set a limit on stock and also a limit on how much per backer could order. So if I did want to make it only one per customer, I can actually set that, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that we should let people know is, we're talking about Kickstarters and past ones. If you don't know who Sean is, he's very experienced with his Kickstarters. He fulfills his orders. He stays on time. And he puts out a quality product. How many Kickstarters have you run, whether by yourself or also via Rodney and Hasm? I know you've joined forces with him too.
So Steph and I have done, this is our fourth one. Yeah, this is our fourth one. Helped Rodney and Tina just in the sense that we were there to kind of provide technical support, I guess.
Also you had your packing party this weekend.
Yeah. Each other it's still kind of technical support in a way, I guess. We helped them out, try to give them, our best, advice that we could and tried to promote it. Same as they're doing with helping us promote this one. And then, in addition to that, I've been part of numerous Kickstarters as far as providing artwork. Marat Michaels has done however many that I've been involved in. Got Kevin's coming up where, I provided a cover. There's a Kickstarter running right now for Totally Rad Comics where I've got a cover, actually maybe a couple, if they're doing some of the previous issues that I worked on. you know, countless other things where I've been involved some way, shape, or form by, you know, coloring something or, you know,
Right.
doing cover art, pinup, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as far as it goes for us, this is the fourth one. You know, all of them have funded so far. We've put everything out. Tried my darndest, but on the last one, I still have 2 or 3 packages that the people just up and disappeared. I have no idea how to get a hold of them. I've tried every which way. They've not responded. So, you know,
At some point, you got to give up.
yeah, I don't know if that dings you some way, shape, or form. If you know, if you
I don't think it does. I don't know. I had an old one where it was a large reward they got. They gave, I don't know if it was a typo or what, but like, or they never responded to any emails I sent for over a year. I tried, and then finally I sent one last email, and I just said, "This is the last notice. Otherwise, I'm done." And he never responded, so I just closed it out.
Yeah, I was going to show. This is not the one that Sean sent out, but this is very similar to the packaging. And so you can see this is cardboard shot. What I love is, you know, how everything fits inside here and protects it.
Yeah.
So when you guys are ordering from Sean as well as Barstow and everybody else, it's a great package you're going to get in the mail that's going to protect your product. And that's why the prints, 6x9 prints, fit in here perfectly.
Yep.
The different cards, all the different add-on stuff that you can do, all fit really nice in there. And I think it's a great packaging that, when we first saw that from Sean, we were like, that's what we want to use.
We're like, we're stealing it.
Yeah. And I'm glad you guys did, and I'm glad so many other folks have kind of, you know, gone that route. I can't remember exactly who I first saw, but I gotta give a plug. Gemini Comic Supply. They actually advertised on our last Kickstarter, which helped us a great deal. And you know, we were using their product before they, you know, actually we reached out to them to see if they would want to do it, because we ordered a lot of Gemini mailers. So it was great. They worked out a great deal. And those mailers are fantastic. They hold everything. They don't, you know.
What's funny about those mailers is we also ordered a decent quantity. Kevin did. It's a heavy load.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All those boxes arrive.
Yeah.
Kevin's like almost broke his delivery man.
Yeah, we ordered 3 big boxes of those things, and they weigh a ton. But I mean, they're fantastic. We did the full thing, the flash mailer with the divider pad. And you know, what's great that we found out, and I'll give away one of my little secrets on doing the Kickstarter stuff, is like once you start getting all these stretch goals and add-ons and all this stuff, you start going over that weight you anticipate when you're doing your shipping charges and whatnot. These mailers fit perfectly in a priority mail flat rate legal envelope, and they save you some moolah when you're going to ship, because it's flat rate, so that weight stops counting.
And they show it right there on their page.
Oh, they allow you to put that in the envelope?
There you go.
I didn't know they allowed you to put it in the envelope.
Yep. Oh yeah.
If it fits and seals, it ships through the post office.
It's like a cat. If it fits, it fits.
All right, that's good to know. I didn't know. See, I use the boxes to put it in for a flat rate. That's even cheaper going with the envelope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you use a shipping service where you get discounted shipping, when we did our stuff for the last Kickstarter, it paid for itself. I think 15 times over was what I did with the math. It was beautiful. Rodney and Tina used it to ship all their packages, and
see, we all need to go in and get pallets of this stuff. Look at that. We can just have it as a wholesale.
That's how it looked coming to Kevin's house.
Yeah. I thought the UPS guy was going to kill me when he showed up with boxes.
They are not light boxes. Yeah. So this is cool. This is great. I got to make sure I lock them and keep them. That's a great company right there. So that's it's a free plug for them.
Yes. They're fantastic. Like I said, one of the various things that I bought online or something came in one, and I was like, these things are awesome. Like, where do I get them? You know, looked them up, whatever. And, you know, they were, like I said, they were fantastic to deal with, and I love their product, and it makes life easier. And I would assume you guys run into the same thing. You get a lot of folks that want to get these books and then eventually get them graded or something along those lines. Mm-hmm. They keep them from getting damaged. So, you know, it's perfect.
Very nice.
Yeah. As Kevin said, the guy was not happy when he dropped him off, but hey, it kept him in the job. So that's always good.
Yep.
You know, that's the thing is definitely people like to get them graded, and like I have the books here that I got sent from the Scarlet, and it's in pristine condition. It's kind of see there that, and that's what it came in, and then here's some of the stickers. I like the stickers, and then this is quality of prints and that. So this is the stuff you guys are going to get from Sean's Kickstarter. This is the stuff I got from the last one. And there's a Nate drawing, which is pretty cool. I've been a fan of his since he did Zombie for Devil's Due.
Oh yeah.
So, and then you guys have your own model who dresses up as Scarlet.
Yep.
So here's a Fife sketch print. So, and it all came with a board to help protect it all too. So, you can't go wrong with the quality stuff you're going to get from a Forney Kickstarter. So, I highly recommend, if you guys have not, that are watching this now or listening through our audio stream later, definitely support the Kickstarter. It's going on. You got 2 more weeks to go. So I took it down. So, but yeah. So it's you're gonna get quality books, and if you don't have the other books, I recommend that too, because I've enjoyed reading them. I don't know when I first read your first comic, but I've known you long enough that I know I've read them over and over again, and.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Now, who did you guys print through for this?
We did everything through Artist Express on.
Artist Express, okay.
So everything that came in that last Kickstarter, issue 1 all the way to Adventures, were all done through Artist Express, as well as the prints. We did all of our stickers through Sticker Mule, and then we did the metal cards through Fairy Metal Press.
All right, and there's the Gemini comic supply on the back of the comic. So.
Fairy Metal Press. They're out of Phoenix.
Yes.
Yeah, good people over there.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, they're good. I've seen a lot of their stuff floating around too, so it's some good stuff they have there. And that's the thing a lot of people don't realize is all the different companies now that are available for us to get these products done and printed out and keep the quality up. I mean, that's the key, is having good quality products. And a lot of them are based here in the United States. So it's not all coming from China anymore and things like that, which has been a great thing for us, because then we're not waiting 6 to 8 to 12 months. Actually, I don't even know if anything's coming from China right now.
Yeah. And that's, we've got all of our stuff priced out for the books, and we've got kind of the average. So that's what helped us, pick all the pricing for the Kickstarter. We haven't fully determined who we're going through to print the books, just because there was a little bit of a price difference, and there were a couple companies right in the same ballpark. So we're going to do some price comparison as well as some product comparison. Might do a couple of proofs just to see what we like and whatnot, make sure we're getting everybody the best product.
Yeah, definitely. That's always a key thing to do there. But yeah, so you got 118 backers right now, $4,373. Still that $127 to the next stretch goal. We need to get some coasters, guys.
Yes.
And that's so definitely.
And with 22 days to go, you're going to be hitting some of these stretch goals still. So that's good.
That's right. Yeah, you got 3 weeks to go from tomorrow. Yeah. So
that's our hope, is to get some of those stretch goals unlocked. And I think I've said it, but basically, at this point, everything you're getting, in that package, the more folks that find out about this, meaning the more folks that have backed it and share it and all that stuff, the more free stuff you get when you buy the book. So all that stuff could potentially be coming in your package. And
your previous Kickstarter, you hit 11,000, didn't you?
Yes.
Scarlet. So there is a real chance of hitting every stretch goal here, and maybe having additional ones get on. So you guys want to get involved with this and pledge towards it, because you're going to get amazing prizes in supporting this versus going to a Comic-Con and buying the book by itself. You're not going to get all this bonus material.
Yeah, the price of the book gets you all of this, because we've gotten so much support on this project already. And I know it's not a standard comic book, so I anticipated the final tally or whatever to be a little bit different. We didn't know what to expect, because we figured everybody's going to go after the standard straight up comic book with the variant covers and so on, all that stuff. And so I know this is a different product, but I'm very happy, very pleased with where we've hit so far.
Definitely. Yeah, so if you guys watching, if you know anybody, if you've already pledged to this project, or if you know anyone who loves monsters and creatures, share the link and let them find it too. So sharing a links is a huge help to us when we're doing Kickstarters, because you can reach people we can't. So you can go there, there's an easy button there to share it onto your Twitter or your Facebook or whatever. And it's a simple click. And the more people that know about it, the more people we can reach.
Yes. I've done that even myself, sharing the Kickstarters I've liked with on Facebook, and someone messaged, "Hey, what's this about?" And I tell them about it, and next you know, someone's jumped onto pledge somewhere that wouldn't have normally seen it. So you never know who's going to see it, who's going to be interested in it.
Yep.
You know, we, as much as everybody, you know, likes to geek out and nerd out, there's still some closet geeks and nerds out there that don't say much. And when they see something, they're like, "Hey, this is kind of cool. I want to know more about this." And they check into it. So it's a great way to definitely get the word out. And as well as, you know, not just sharing, but if you can pledge something, heck, pledge $5 if you don't want any product. Just do a $5 pledge just to say thanks, you know. And
yeah. I think I can't remember what the lowest pledge amount is on there, but you can get a digital copy of the book for, it's either 5 or 10. I can't remember what Steph said it at.
Mhm.
You know, if you just want to get a digital copy, and if you get the digital copy, you still get the other 2 bonus PDF copies because we unlocked that first stretch goal.
$5 is your digital one.
So yeah, for $5 you get 3 books.
Yeah, you can't beat that. So that's a great deal on that. So hey, I'm gonna share real quick ours since we're talking some Kickstarters here.
Oh yeah.
And because I mentioned let me get rid of this one here. StreamYard is so great, but there's still some things I wanted them to do to change it. They've made it a little bit easier to get things up though. So
yeah.
And we're doing Wretched Realms, you know. So now we spent 45 minutes at Sean's table. Now we're coming over next door to our table real quick.
And now we're begging, please spend $1.
All of Sean's people that pledge ours too, please.
Yes, get over there and back it.
But we are funded too, and we got another week to go. And again, this is a not your normal Kickstarter. Westerns are not. You see a few here and there, but they're not the normal comics people are always looking for. But Scott, go ahead and just tell real quick what's going on with Wretched Realms.
Okay, so Wretched Realms is an anthology series I came up with where we're going to be, you know, if you're a creator, writer, artist, and you have a story idea that's a short story format, whether it's 6 pages or a full issue, well, this is an anthology series. Every story is independent of each other, and you know, you're welcome to join in the fun of doing Wretched Realms with us. My particular story is a full issue. It's a 26 pages, full color, and we've got some great artists supporting on this. We've got I did the writing. Most the interior pencils and inks and final colors. We have Shara Lima joining us, who did my flats for me. And then we have guest artist Kevin E. Minert, who did a limited edition cover, as well as Sergio Cariello joining us. And this is the reveal of his cover. He's doing the inks, black and white inks for his limited edition cover. And then Kevin is doing the colors on this for the unlimited edition cover. And then we also have a ultra limited edition, which is only 30 printed copies. It'll be printed with a metal cover. So it'll be pretty cool. So
yeah, there's the mock-up for that.
Yep, and all of our limited editions and ultra will be serialized, printed right on the cover, the edition number. So 1 of 100, or in the ultra's case, 1 of 30. So, and they'll all be pre-printed on every cover. So you'll be able to do that. So good times. The story behind this is, when I listen to songs, I like to have lines pop in my head and just kind of imagine what's happening to the people in the song. And there's a Styx song called Renegade, where it's about this man who's running from the hangman, trying to get away. And so this is kind of the story I dreamt up in my head regarding that song, and I put it down to paper. So you got to read it to find out what happens to him. There's some of the sample interiors. I'm working on final inks and final colors right now. And let's see, what do we got there? Those are the different books there. And we got stretch goals. If we hit 2,500, we will be doing, I'm going to my stretch goals. Where's my stretch goals? 2,500 mini posters. We'll be doing the unlimited edition cover as a mini poster on premium cardstock. If it hits 3,000, everyone will get it'll be converted to a metal print. If we hit 4,000, I'm going to add an additional 6-page short story. It'll be kind of an intro to the world of The Essentialed, which is a book I'm coming out with next year. So this will be like a teaser origin intro story. 4,500, it'll be colorized instead of black and white, the additional story. And then 5,000, I'm going to do another bonus cover that will be added to all reward tiers of $50 or more. You'll just get the added issue for free.
Nice.
So yeah, and there's again add-on menus, got a lot of great stuff that you can get through here. Just like we're showing with Sean's, you can add in some of the previous comics from Scott, his Emmanuel, God With Us, Crimson Shadows. We've also got the Poem Macabre #1 pack, and again, great deals on those. And then sketch covers. Sketch covers are always great. Original artwork.
Oh, everyone loves sketch covers.
Oh yeah.
Also, let's say you just want extra issues of Wretched Realms, or Crimson Shadows. In the add-ons, it's not listed on there, but we do have Wretched Realms listed also. So you can buy additional copies if you wanted to buy some as gifts.
Yeah, and that talks about that down around here, different stuff you can do. So very cool. So again, it's the Kickstarter is a great way to support the independent artists. There's a lot of great ones out there. And this is, again, you can't make it to Comic-Con. You need to be supporting the Kickstarter. So it's going to help us get back to Comic-Cons next year. And you'll be able to buy more stuff from us there, get sketches. I know Sean, he probably does like 40 sketches over a weekend.
Right. Right. Are you able to post our link into the comments?
Yes, I will get that in there.
Scott, since you said this is an anthology, and this is the first issue. So is the first issue on this just your story with the Renegade? And then future issues will have like combinations of different stories then?
Yeah, so like let's say you have a storyline that's 18 pages, but you don't have it all done, and you could split it up into 3 parts, and we have it come out in the next 3 issues. Like, so 6 pages will be part 1, part 2, part 3, plus then additional stories in the book. So it'll just depend on the stories and how we format it and lay it out. So some issues will be 1 complete story. Some issues may have 2 or 3 stories in it. Brett has some stories he's going to be contributing. Yours are like 6 or 8 page stories. You have like 2 or 3 or something.
Yeah, I got 2 6-page stories I did with I did them with Jalen Warner way back when we did Incessant Yarns back around 2005 and 6. I still got those, and I'm going to do a new 12-page story to go along with that to kind of just wrap that up. It also is a Western, but it's a little different take. I did mine, told the story in reverse. So while Scott's says both deal with a hangman issue and both deal with gunslingers. Mine's very cartoony.
Yeah,
nice.
But they don't all have to be Western. So we're gonna have sci-fi, we're gonna have fantasy, we're gonna have stuff that's fun and cartoony. It's just whatever people want to bring to the table for this. And you know how it is, Sean. Sometimes you have ideas that it's not enough for a series or a full blown production, but you just want to get it out of your head and on paper. Well, the Wretched Realms is going to be that outlet for people where it's like, hey, I just have a 12-page story. Can I put it in there? And we'll handle the Kickstarters and everything else, and manage all of that stuff. And you guys can just have fun producing the story and getting it to us. So yeah, so that's what we're doing with Wretched Realms.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. It's fun. It's a night, like this story was just something I had to download.
Oh yeah.
They stick in your head, and you're just like, I gotta get it out.
Yes.
So and that's the fun. That's why even back when Jalen was doing the Incessant Yarns that we just did a couple issues of, it was a great way to get little stories out to help promote people and things like that. And definitely, I'm looking at the Wretched Realms for myself with Bardstone. Is if I have an idea, but I don't necessarily want to do the full flesh one, I could do like a small sample just to get out there and just get it started, and it could lead to something bigger. May not, but I like the idea of just getting, like Scott said, getting it out there, because you got to get it on paper somewhere, and that helps.
Yeah, and sometimes it's nice just to have a concept that maybe it is for a large, like for instance, The Essential. That's a storyline I have coming out next year. It's going to be much more involved, but this will just be like a little teaser story where it doesn't have to connect to almost like a Marvel post-credit scene, where it's just a standalone little teaser that it's you're dipping your toe in that world, but it's not necessarily, you didn't have to put all this time into writing this insane thing that connects to everything else.
Right.
So yeah, good stuff.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
good.
kinda-
And if you
kinda
got
the
something, let
hamster
us know.
spinning.
There you go. Well, we'd love to have you, Sean. Come to the
Yeah.
dark side.
Yeah, we got cookies.
We got
All right. We'll give a quick last look here, guys. Definitely Scarlet's Field Guide to Cryptids available on Kickstarter. Got 22 days to join the fun and to get your exclusive Kickstarter swag and everything else with this.
won't be disappointed.
Definitely not. I never am. I love the stuff that Sean and Steph have put out over the years, and really glad we got a chance to have you come hang out with us and talk a little bit more about Kickstarters. As I've told you before, you're always welcome. So definitely let us know what's going on, and we'll get you on here. And if you need to pop in over the next couple of weeks just to give us an update, let us know, and I'll send you the link. You can always join us for a few minutes and say this is where you're at. And definitely enjoyed being on your guys' stuff. We'll definitely do that again with you. It'll be a lot of fun. If I'd had time last week, I would have done my favorite monster cereal, which is Yummy Mummy.
Nice.
Not even available anymore, but I like that one. Count Chocolate is my favorite right now, but I always like the Yummy Mummy. He's just cool, bandages and crap,
Yeah, that was the one I was hoping was going to win the poll so I could draw it because I like the design of that character. I was fine with Blueberry, but I just like the design of Yummy Mummy.
See, I missed the poll, or I would have been out there just click. Instead of all my fake, Facebook accounts, just to click in there real quick. And
are there any other? Like I know of Count Chocula, you got Frankenberry, Blueberry, and Yummy Mummy. Is there any other?
Yeah, there's Fruit Brute.
Who?
The werewolf, Fruit Brute.
Oh, I don't remember him.
Oh yeah. So there's 5. In fact, I've got. Hold on a minute, I got some here. I'll grab them real quick before we get off the air.
Well,
Brent just happens to have one.
Well, I'll start in with the. I appreciate you guys having me on. I appreciate the opportunity to,
I have in my other room. I have somewhere. I've got actually. They came out with all the monster cereals about 4 or 5 years ago, so I bought all of them just to get the boxes. They were the retro white boxes. But then I found this last year, so see if I can get this without too much of a glare. It's a puzzle. And that's all of them right there. So there's
the werewolf. Yeah,
there's that up there. There's the Fruit Brute. So I thought this was a pretty cool little puzzle and that. So I was still sealed, so I haven't taken it out of the box yet. So it's minted box, 500 pieces. So
nice.
But I've always been a fan of the monster cereals. So and that's always fun. And a lot of people don't know about the Fruit Brute and Yummy Mummy because they stopped doing those years and years ago. And of course that's when they stopped doing all the monster cereals at once, and you had to wait just till Halloween to get it because it used to be Count Chocula was available all year long. So
I discovered the other two guys when I helped design masks for Malmy Studios either last year or the year before. That was my first experience like seeing those guys. I'm like, who are these guys? They didn't exist when I was a kid.
So if I was doing a quick Google search for Yummy Mummy.
Uh-oh. This could go wrong.
There's a breast pump company called Yummy Mummy. I was not expecting that. Well, all right. Be careful on your Google searches.
And Scott is clearing his internet.
How do I clear my history?
Yeah.
The Yummy Mummy. Interesting.
Oh, jeez.
I started saying it, and you took off your headphones to walk away there, but I just want to say, thank you for having me on and getting the chance to talk the Kickstarter stuff. And yes, we definitely need you guys to come back on Thursday or Friday night with us sometime, hang out, chat. It's fun getting the opportunity to get everybody to hang out and just share war stories from cons and whatnot.
We're in our final week of Wretched Realm, so if you want, I can be available Friday if you want me on. So
I will talk to the co-bosses.
Yes, producer A and producer B.
Yeah, see what else going on because
don't worry about it.
Matter of fact, though, Friday I got to skip out early because I'm going to be helping out the Hero Initiative for Baltimore Comic-Con's online version on Friday. Nice. So I'm going to be doing sketches for the Hero Initiative Friday night, and we're doing an online thing much like this. So I'm skipping out at about like 8:30. Rodney's going to have a special guest co-host, so I will forward that along to him, and maybe they can get you on there to talk some more Kickstarter stuff and hang out and entertain everybody.
Awesome.
That'd be cool.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you for joining us on Odd Musings.
Yeah, I'm gonna get us
Yeah.
out of here. Sean, you're welcome anytime. Just always send me a message when you want to pop on, and it's always blessed for us to be able to catch us. We can't all hang out together like we normally do throughout the year. This is the next best thing. So we'll be seeing you guys soon. Good luck with that. We'll keep everybody updated on the Kickstarters, even when Sean's not on, so you guys know what's going on. And just real quick, 4373. You guys got to get them up to 5,000. I need some coasters for my beer, so come on now.
There you go.
Till next time, guys. We'll be seeing you.